So I was working in land acquisition and land development for a very, very big developer. I was negotiating essentially 8-figure deals and noticed that the ones that had come before me, before I took the job, had all gotten very, very adversarial. And the ones that I was picking up midstream and going forward were leaning the same way, where everybody was competing and fighting, and a lot of them ended up in litigation. So I knew we needed a better way to shift that conversation so that we could kind of slide around the same side of the table and problem solve together. And I took a mediation class at the recommendation of some friends, 1993, and said, this is what I want to do the rest of my life, because it was very, very natural and exactly how I wanted to operate. So I've got sort of 5 buckets I've put them in. I've been doing this 30 years. I've done 2,800 mediations. So I've done all kinds, but the ones I find myself gravitating to now tend to be business and commercial, employment, real property and construction, entertainment, and then pre-litigation, workplace or partnership issues or those sorts of things. And those are my main areas of focus, though of course, I've done dozens of every kind you can imagine. I call my mediation style adaptive mediation because what I find is, again, after 30 years, everybody in every room needs different things from me. And I train a lot of mediators, and one of the things I find is that a lot of them say, this is how I do it. And I think a cookie cutter model isn't really effective, especially in complex case with people dynamics and lots of complex legal issues and everything else. Everybody needs different things. And so to me, I'm adaptive to what they need in each room or each person in each room. And sometimes that changes throughout the day. We may start the morning out one way and by afternoon we're going another way. So I think of myself as kind of showing up with this big Santa Claus bag of tools and giving everybody what they need when they need it. And that, I think, is the art form of what we do, is sort of saying, right now it feels to me like they need to have this part of this discussion. We'll come back to the other part of it later. And I think that's the mastery that we get after thousands and thousands of mediations. Family, mostly. I was married, not anymore. We were never able to have children, but I have 6 nieces and nephews. I have really good friends of mine whose kids I've known since they were born and who call me Uncle EJ. And so to me, it's helping them grow up, watching them grow up, exposing them to new things. I've got 6 nieces and nephews, and I love to have each one come into town, into LA for a week, and we just do all the fun things together. It's a little Disneyland dad, but it gives me a special connection with each one of them. And to me, that's a big part of my life. I love sports. I went to UCLA. I'm very active with our football team and our basketball team, and I love that. But in the end, it comes down to the kids. They're the next generation.